My name's Debbie Basham. I'm from Cairns. I've been an AHUS patient now for 11 years. I'm a dialysis patient as well. I've been back on the machine now for 7 years. I am a mum of 3. They're grown up, but they never move away completely. They're always there. And I've just had my first grandchild. I came out of hospital after having a gallbladder attack and just didn't get better and just felt sick, and eventually had blood tests and I was rushed into the hospital and ICU, and I think I was lucky because my doctor was aware of it and he actually diagnosed it really early. But the next 2 weeks to me are a bit of a blur because you're spending every day you're on dialysis for 3 or 4 hours, and then you go to plasma exchange for 3 or 4 hours, and in between that you're having blood transfusions. So for 2 weeks that was my life, and it was really hard. We didn't know what was going on, and the doctors were a bit up in the air with everything. And I just remember the first time, it was a Sunday, I had dialysis, and of course there was no one else there, and we had an older experienced nurse, and she actually knew a little bit about AHUS, and she sat down with us and she more or less told us, how bad the disease is and how destructive it is, and more or less said, more than likely you'll be on dialysis for the rest of your life. And that's when it hit home, and I just sat there and I just cried. I was devastated. At different times in my life has been very hard, especially when I had a kidney transplant. I was lucky enough back then, it's actually nearly 10 years to the day since I had a kidney transplant. And when I lost that was really hard because I knew that was it. I thought, okay, this is it. I'm on dialysis for the rest of my life. So you just have to go through, and you've got to pick yourself up after each slap in the face, I suppose that's the way of putting it, and you just move on. So I'm lucky, like a lot of everyone else here, we have wonderful family support, and you just focus on that and you just move on, and you focus on the good things on your life, and you try not to think about all the negative things and where your life is at. And the only time I get really down or sad is because of my age, all of our friends, our children are grown up, they're leaving home, so we're back leading our own lives again. And they're travelling and they're all organising their overseas trips, and that's when I have teary moments. I feel sad because, I'd love to do that. I'd love to my husband and I just travel, and it's just, you can do it, but it's so hard to organise, and it's very expensive once you get overseas. I want to have a transplant one day, and I don't want to have to wait for a flare to have Soliris. I want to have it pre and post transplant like it should be.